Right, okay, some nicer questions. Let's start with this because all Scots like to be reminded about any sort of edge they get over England. And in 2011, you actually scored against England, didn't you? Tell us about it.
Yeah, we were playing in Cyprus Cup, I think. We managed to beat them 2-0. I think it was myself and Kim Little playing up top. Those were the striker days, Ali. I don't know if we've mentioned.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, yeah, it was amazing.
I mean, that kind of threw me this. You played centre forward back then.
I did, yeah.
So
Basically, Julie Fleeting was our prolific striker, unbelievable goal scorer. She went to have a baby, so she was away on maternity leave from the national team. And if you don't know Julie, she's 5'10", tall, stature. So they thought she looks similar. Let's try stick her up top and see what happens. And to be honest, I loved it. It was so much fun. And,
did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, who doesn't scoring in front of goals, and then just threw crosses in, tried to launch myself at them, but I'm centre back now, so I've gradually worked my way.
Did you want to go back, or were you like, I might just stay up top?
No, I remember it was a conversation I had with my national team head coach, and she just kind of said, look, centre back's probably where we see you going forward, but I would have played it anywhere, to be honest. As long as I was on the pitch, I was happy.
I was going to ask you, Jen, you touched on it in the major tournament, and it's something we're talking about England. In terms of pressure, I think there's a lot more pressure on England. When you guys went to the major tournament in France, did you feel any pressure, or did you just think this is to be enjoyed?
Complete mix, I'd say. There was obviously an element of pressure because you want to do yourself justice, and you're not there to make up numbers. But of course, the pressure were on the teams that that was our first tournament. So in an element, there was also no pressure because nobody had any sort of expectations on how we would do, or there was no sort of history to look back on. So it was I myself got away with it because it was my first tournament as well. But no, there's always the pressure is the pressure you put on yourself. I think it's like you want to do well and you want to win games, and we almost got there against Argentina, but yeah.
No, we're not going to depress you any
further. No.
Okay, we're not going to do it, Benny.
Now, obviously, you said that you scored against England. I mean, but why is it that Scotland love beating England?
Tell us.
Go on, you go first. I never did it, unfortunately. No, I played 4 games against England. 3 defeats and a draw to tell you the truth.
Would that have meant something to you if you did?
Oh, 100%.
Face.
Oh, are you kidding me on? Plus the fact, and you'd be the same as well. I was playing against, it was bizarre because I was playing against teammates. My first Scotland-England game, Jen, Big Lofty centre half, man. Terry Butcher centre half, and he's my captain at Rangers. Gary Stevens playing right back, wee Trevor playing. So it was amazing. All of a sudden, I come to the Rangers dressing room in Gascoigne in '96. I don't want to depress myself.
No, that resonates massively. Like my teammates at that time would have been Steph Houghton, Ellen White, Rachel Yankee. So to go away and beat those guys and come back to Arsenal and be like, Scotland, we won. We won. Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Tell us a bit about life at Arsenal and how it's going at the moment, and where you feel like the season might go next season.
It's good. We were obviously glad to get 3rd place to qualify for Champions League. That was huge for us to try to pull in players and really improve. Again, to be trophyless is not somewhere we wanted to be with the team. So, and obviously we've lost Joe Montemurro. He's left this season, which was a huge blow for us. He's massively loved, and I love him as a coach, as a person, massively. So it's going to be a big changeover period, I think. New manager, hopefully some new players come in, and a few have left as well. So I think we'll really look to try and kick on.
And I was asking you, sorry, I was asking you off air, Jen. Tell us a little bit about the game up here, because I follow the Rangers ladies, and they've been doing excellent. I know they got beat 2-0 at the weekend with Glasgow City, but tell me, can you see the improvements been made in the game, technically, organisation, training, everything? Tell us a little bit about that in Scotland, if you would, please.
Yeah, look, I know Glasgow City have won the season again for something.
It's amazing, actually.
14 time in a row, which is incredible. But I do genuinely think the real sort of talking point is Rangers women and what they're doing, and really trying to grow the game and push professionalism in Scotland. Because for me, growing up, that didn't exist. So. I know Amy McDonald used to play with her in the national team, and she's kind of heading up the programme there, so I have a little bit of insight of what it's like, and it really is incredible what they're doing and fully integrating the women's team. And and I've no doubt that other teams will push on. But yeah, no, 100%. The physicality of the game up here, the backing of S&Cs at clubs is really, really growing, and it's great to see.
We've seen a little bit, Jen. There's been some reports recently about facilities in the women's game in quite a negative fashion, and the fact that actually they aren't being shared around with the men's team. How much needs to be done? How much further could women's football be pushed in this country, well, in England?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because I've obviously been down in England and gone elsewhere since I was maybe 18, so I think a lot of women's players at my age would maybe say the same thing, that they've seen the game grow so much, and women's football is on this just trajectory that it will keep growing and growing, but there is still a huge amount. It's a culture for me. It's just a culture. Like, clubs just need to decide where do women's teams sit within their club and go from there. And that will change drastically, I would hope, over the next few years.
I do too. Jen, it's lovely to have you with us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.